Hello, welcome back to Aber Armoury. Today we're out in West Wales, out in a field, trying to shoot some pigeons above some crops. We've decided today to come out, there's a pair of us out here today, both using side-by-sides. Now, the fashion of side-by-sides has gone out a little bit lately, but I don't see why. I love a side-by-side. You can get some amazing guns for very, very little money. But most of them have been handcrafted, hand-built. There's nothing wrong with them. You can learn to shoot a side-by-side just as easy as you can over and under, just slightly different. So today we have my latest acquisition. This is a Maruku side-by-side. They haven't made these for a while and they're not making side-by-sides anymore, Maruku. This little one is a 26-inch barrel, so it's a slightly short barrel, but when you're in a pigeon hide like this, that could be quite handy. You're not catching up on the nets. It is a half choke and quarter, so actually we can put steel through it if we need to. We are on lead today at the moment, but we're looking to sort of transition over to the steel shot as the bang comes in. We've got our decoys out ready for the pigeons, so let's hope we can go and get some pigeons out today. So today we are using Silo Socks pigeon decoys. These are the decoys all set up. So they've basically got a bag inside them, and as the wind blows, they'll move in the direction they need to move in. And they also have a nice little bit of bounce to get some movement out onto the field. As you can see, they look pretty good. We've got a few others. They come in a pack of 6. So you get 3 feeding looking ones and 3 sitting up. There's a couple more over there. We've also got some slightly older, but just as good half shell pigeon decoys here. All looking out. So the sky's a little bit empty at the moment, but we shall see. It's a bit early yet, so we'll give it a little while and see how we get on. Okay, we're back from our day pigeon shooting. Wasn't much about in the skies after all, but there you go. You win some, you lose some. If it was easy, it wouldn't be fun anymore, would it? Anyway, back to the Maruku. So we're back in the shop. You can see a bit better on, we'll go over the Maruku a little bit more as a side-by-side. So it's quite a short gun, this one, completely. A lot of the side-by-sides people were smaller generally back when side-by-sides were extremely popular. And people used to wear thicker clothes as well. Now we wear a lot of Gore-Tex, very thin, so we can use longer stocks, and we're obviously bigger people, but you can always add a butt extension or a recoil pad extension, shall we say, to make these things fit you a bit better. But anyway, this one shot quite nicely, so I was okay. So we've got a 14-inch stock. We've got double triggers. Got a nice top lever, easy top lever opening. This one is an injector, which is quite nice. It's a bit more of a modern side-by-side, this one. So like I said before, 26-inch barrels, 1.25 choke fixed on this particular one. We've got a nice little brass bead on the end, and not too flat a rib, so fairly easy to shoot. Automatic safety, as most of these have. This one's got a nice little bit of extra carving in it. It's quite basic on the engraving. Let's see if you can see that. But we've got this nice little carving at the back here. Got some more carving at the top there. And that's just a little extra touches sometimes you can get on these guns that just make them a little bit different, stand out from the crowd. Nice long tang there. A little bit of very basic engraving on the fences. And a little bit on the top lever. Also the trigger guard. So that's the Maruku. But while we're here, we might as well have a quick look at some other side-by-sides, a couple others that I've got out to show you. Just to give you a really good example of what you can buy for very little money and how much fun you can have with these things. So next up, we have this little thing. So this is called, this is made by a company called Russell Hillsden. It was actually made in Birmingham under a sub-company, and then Russell Hillsden's was stamped on it. As far as my research goes, sometimes with some of these researches, information can be a little bit hard to come by. This particular gun is a 27-inch barrel, so just a little bit longer than the previous Maruku that we showed you. The stock length is actually 15 inches rather than 14 on the last one, so it's actually more of a modern fitting gun, this one. It's had a nice, more modern recoil pad put on it at some point by somebody, which takes a little bit more of the kick out. Just a little bit more fancy on this one. So it has Russell Hillsden engraved on it. We've got some nicer engraving on the top and the fences, a little bit on the levers, nice bit on the safety there. Again, twin triggers, as most of these older guns will be. This particular one is 1/4 and 1/2, so again we can put a standard steel shot through this gun. Shouldn't have a problem with that at all. It's nice and tight on the face. The checkering is a little bit worn and a little bit of bluing going where your hand would go on the front, but it is an older gun. But you can get something as pretty and as beautiful as this, and as well handling as this gun. It's a very nicely made thing, hand finished in the factories, for sub £400. I mean, that's a lot of fun for not huge amounts of money, and brings shooting back into almost everybody's budget, or most people's budgets at some point. One more to show you just quickly. This is an Acryl Beverly. Again, nice old side by side. This one's actually got a 15.5-inch stock. Somebody has had a gunsmith add an extra section to the pad at some point, or the back at some point, again as to make it a little bit more modern shooting. This one's got a little bit more finer engraving on it. It is old, so it has got a little bit of tarnishing to it, but there you go, you should see in the light, nice, a bit more engraving on there, more engraving on the fences around the top here, a little bit of scroll work there on the top lever. Again, twin trigger. This one is actually improved in 1/4, so it's actually quite an open choke, so it may have been opened at some point in its life, or it may have always been like that. We don't know. We've got some nice metal inlet in the fore end there as well, so this would have been quite a nice gun in its day when it was made. Again, this will be a hand-built gun, hand-finished in the factory by craftsmen. To buy a hand-built, hand-finished gun with that sort of engraving on nowadays, you're paying tens of thousands of pounds, and this one's 250. So it really gives you a good inclination of something you could have, enjoy, shoot perfectly well, and not have to spend an absolute fortune. I think we need to bring back the revival of the side-by-sides and get them more popular again. There you go. So it's just a little overview on the side-by-sides that we have in the shop, and some that I've been shooting lately, and just a few opinions on bringing back side-by-sides and making them popular again, or at least having one in your cabinet. They are just great things to shoot, slightly different in the shooting and handling ability, so just brings a little bit more fun into shooting, and obviously that's what we all want to do with the shooting, and have a bit of fun. So there you go. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe onto the page for more of my videos, and yeah, watch this space. Thank you.